If your daughter was brutally beaten and raped, what would you have done?
It's late 70s in Mississippi, and there is definitely, there's racism, and that's the culture.
A Time to Kill is about, as my character says, a human being in an impossible situation.
This play for me is about connection, and what our direction is really doing with that, kind of the way we use the space, is kind of using the audience to kind of connect with our points. And I want to be brief with how I say that because I want you to see the show and see how we do that. But let's just say this, if you're an audience member, you're gonna feel like you're right there in the story with us.
So I'm playing Rufus Buckley. He's the district attorney, and he's prosecuting this case against Carl Lee Hailey, who murdered these two white boys because they raped his daughter and damn near killed her.
Unfortunately, A Time to Kill, this play, this story still exists today because racism still exists today.
I understand, and I think the audience can understand where Carl Lee is coming from, but Buckley believes in the law, and he believes in justice, and he believes that people just can't take the law into their own hands and be a vigilante and prosecute, be the judge, jury, and verdict. The interesting thing with A Time to Kill is that it deals with a very heavy topic, but there are sprinkles of humor throughout the play that I think reflect reality and life.
People have related to the story since the book has come out, but I think the play is the most engaging format yet, which is why I think the audiences will really be drawn in.
My name is Sherrick O'Quinn, and I'm playing Carl Lee Hailey. The story of this play is about a black man in Mississippi, small town Mississippi, who gets in the unfortunate circumstance of having his only daughter and his youngest child brutally raped by two white men, and how that drives him to get vengeance and to try to get justice in the way that he best feels in a situation where he feels like real justice isn't necessarily afforded to him and his family. Your story's about, racial inequality and racial injustice all the time, and I think that's what this story, one of the things this story is about, is what does justice look like when justice isn't the same for everybody? I mean, you talk about ICE, you talk about, the immigrant stuff that's going on right now in America, the stuff with the president and the administration. So it's not just this thing that's about, black people. This is something that affects everyone. So now I'm asking you this question. What would you do if you were in that circumstance and situation? If your daughter was brutally and maliciously raped, assaulted, and her life was irrevocably changed, what would you do? How would you meet that circumstance? How would that change you, change your life, your world?